First at 5, our breaking news coverage of the indictment of former President Donald Trump continues.
A short time ago, Trump pleaded not guilty to federal charges in an election conspiracy case.
Target 12 investigator Tim White has been tracking the very latest and joins us now live in studio with the update. Tim?
Mike and Kim, the former president left the courthouse about 10 minutes ago. It's a roughly 5-mile drive back to Reagan National Airport, where he will board his private jet and once again leave Washington, D.C. We're waiting to see if he has any comments before he boards that jet. Now, here's what happened in the last couple of hours. At around 3 this afternoon, Trump arrived at the airport. He was brought to U.S. District Court in Washington, his motorcade going directly into an underground garage. Inside the courthouse, he was processed by U.S. Marshals, then arraigned before Magistrate Judge Moksheila Upadhyay. The 77-year-old former president is facing 4 felony counts, accused of attempting to overturn the 2020 presidential elections. Reporters who were in the courtroom say Trump and Special Prosecutor Jack Smith were about 15 feet apart. Let's talk about that prosecution, and we'll take a look at those charges now. Trump was indicted by a grand jury where the standard of proof there is probable cause, meaning the evidence prosecutors presented had to show a crime likely occurred, but the trial is different. The U.S. Attorney's Office has to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, a much higher bar, and the jury has to come to a unanimous verdict. Before the hearing, one of Trump's lawyers talked to reporters.
What President Trump did is he said, go patriotically and peacefully and protest. That is an American right. That is why we are America and we are not a third world country. Although I will say that today, I don't feel very much like we are in America.
Now, the entire proceeding, Mike and Kim, took about 40 minutes. The next date in this case is for August 28th, but I do not expect the former president to be at that hearing.
All right, Tim, you've covered a lot of federal trials and cases. What are you expecting from the Trump team? What's going to happen here?
Well, before they even get to the defense at trial, they're going to likely try and change the venue where the trial takes place. Lawyers have already suggested they want to move this case to West Virginia, a state that voted overwhelmingly for Trump. They will likely argue that D.C. is unfair territory for him. He lost in the nation's capital. I'm not sure that'll work. It's fairly rare to change the venue like that. Also, Special Prosecutor Jack Smith says he wants a speedy trials, and Trump's lawyer, they want to do just the opposite for that. They want to try and drag their feet and push past the election with a hope that he wins the presidency and maybe he can try and snuff out the case entirely. As for the defense, we've already heard them sort of foreshadow that they're going to try and make a First Amendment defense here, that he had a right to say lies about the election, but prosecutors will try and prove it wasn't just words, but the actions he and others took to try and overturn those elections.
Certainly a lot to track here. Target
Yes.
12 investigator Tim White will be back at 5:30. Tim, we will see you then.
Thank you.